did you page me?
Yeah, you got a visitor. Say, Bucky, if Mr. Szabo wants anything, I need anything, you let me take care of it. I don't want you near him.
Oh, hey, listen, I know all about that traction setup. If it needs any kind of adjustment, I can handle it. Really,
The traction isn't the problem. He's in there breathing fire because Roger hasn't returned his page.
Oh. Well, I think Roger's gone off duty. And you want me to try and find him?
I want you to just forget about it. I used to run numbers for Nick Szabo and his friends when I was a kid. Just let me deal with it.
You ran numbers?
Now, you don't want me to tell you the story of my life while the lady's waiting, do you?
At last, a friendly face. I'd almost given up hope.
Well, now what happened? Did you get the job?
As a matter of fact, I did.
But that's great. That's terrific.
I'll be in neuroradiology, working in both departments.
Well, that's what you wanted, isn't it?
As a matter of fact, it's exactly what I wanted. Mind you, Dr. Coleridge greeted me with a remarkable lack of enthusiasm.
Well, she's always been nice to the interns.
The difficulty, my darling, is that he clearly doesn't appreciate the years of personal and financial support the Buckminsters have given to this hospital, not to mention the contributions from your family.
You're not going to keep bringing that up, are you?
Oh, I promise not another word now that the message has finally penetrated. I'm afraid, Bucky, that your Dr. Coleridge is rather a dim bulb. But Marshall had a quiet talk with him and explained everything in one-syllable words. And poor Dent's Dr. Coleridge finally saw the light.
Oh, Nell,
No,
do you mind
to
first
come.
if I introduce a friend? This is Dr. Faith Coleridge. My aunt, Dr. Eleanor Bolak.
I suppose you've been standing there for quite some time. And you are Dr. Coleridge's daughter.
A chip off the old dim bulb.
Well, do tell your father that I was speaking of him this morning. I'm afraid I gave him a bit of a hard time this morning, but there's no permanent damage, I'm sure.
Do you want me to show you around or?
Oh, no, darling. No, that's very sweet of you. I just wanted you to know. And now I'm going to devote the rest of my day to a rather spectacular shopping spree in celebration of joining the staff of Riverside Hospital. So, have a good day.
You too.
Oh, I will, I promise. So nice to have met you, Dr. Coleridge.
That dragon lady is your aunt?
This July, SoapNet is fired up.
You watch your tongue.
The dispute around Sammy's pregnancy heats up.
Those whack job Ramirez tried to kill you.
How will she make peace?
She's turning you into a lovesick puppy.
The heat is on.
Why don't we just cut to the chase?
Watch Days of Our Lives all July long on SoapNet.
If you're like us, you'll never want to waste your time on a treadmill again.
This free DVD shows you how Bowflex's Tread Climber burns calories in half the time of a treadmill at the same speed. Call for yours now. You need to see this free DVD.
Tread Climber lets me get an amazingly effective cardio workout in 30 minutes. It's quick, it's easy, and it makes me feel great. And it's compact enough to fit anywhere in my home.
The Tread Climber machine combines the walking motion of a treadmill with the stepping motion of a stair stepper. So you do twice the work in one easy elliptical motion.
It feels sort of like walking in sand. A Tread Climber workout can burn up to twice as many calories as a treadmill at the same speed for great results in just 30 minutes.
I'd have to stay on a treadmill for 60 minutes to burn the same amount of calories.
Who's got time for that?
Plus, it's low impact, which keeps my knees feeling great. And if you think owning a gym quality machine is too expensive, think again. You can own your own Bowflex Tread Climber with no money down and payments as low as $23 a month.
It's a lot easier than going to a health club.
I know I have to take care of myself now if I want to look younger and feel younger. And let's face it, live longer.
And the Bowflex Tread Climber lets me do just that in a quick and easy 30-minute workout. Tread Climber simply produces results.
Bowflex built this machine so well that they even back it with a 5-year warranty. If you're serious about your health and you want to get a gym quality workout at home, then you need Tread Climber.
Call right now for your free DVD. It shows you why the Bowflex Tread Climber machine burns calories and works your heart faster than any treadmill on the market today.
Would you like firm thighs, tight glutes, flatter abs, a strong core, and increased metabolism? Well, Bowflex guarantees results in just 6 weeks. Call the number on the screen to get a free DVD or video that tells you about the most important innovation in home fitness ever, the Bowflex Tread Climber.
Now, what was I doing? Oh, yes. The windows. Yes. Yes. He right there. Jill.
Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, is this a bad time? Are you busy?
Oh, heavens, girl, no. Come on in. I was just having a go at the windowsills. You wouldn't believe how dirty they can get in just a week.
Oh, Maeve. Oh, I'm so sorry about Frank.
Oh, thank you, darling. I'm glad you come by. I'm that glad for the company, and that's a fact. Dealey's asleep. Poor child. She's exhausted. I was just giving the baby his bottle, and I put him down.
Well, it's good you've had something to occupy you.
Oh, I keep my hands busy. That's the truth. We're taking turns now at the hospital. Oh, it's hard. It's so hard not to wonder when I'm not there, but John will call me if there's anything that happens. We're all so thankful for what your brother and your father have done.
Oh, they're both watching Frank all the time.
Ed told me that Roger saved Frank's life, that he was that close while he was lying there in the stairwell, and that if he'd been moved wrong, he could have gone right then and there, but Roger saw to it that they carried him in a sheet and held his head so it didn't move.
I didn't believe it when I heard. It just didn't seem possible. I stopped by the hospital last night. You and Mary were in with Frank.
Oh.
I just couldn't come in. I don't know why this has hit me so hard. Maybe because it just seems so unfair. I mean, one moment Frank is alive and healthy and full of life, and the next moment he doesn't even know that anybody's with him.
Well, I'm not going to let myself think of anything except that Frank's a scrapper. He's had a lot of tough fights. He didn't come up the easy way, you know. And I'm going to believe that he's going to come through this, too.
Oh, of course he will. Sometimes when he was in law school, you know, he would have problems, difficulties grasping abstract concepts, but he always got it eventually.
He told me that you worked him like the very devil. He has a lot of respect for you, Jill. I've heard him say time and time again, what a fine mind you have.
Respect for my mind never kept him from having opinions of his own. I can't tell you how many times it would happen. I'd ask a question and Frank's hand would shoot up. I'd call on him, and he'd start with his answer. The thing that you have to understand is right from the beginning, I knew he was completely wrong. And he would develop that answer with such conviction and incredible charm. And you'd like him so much for the way he was building his case that if you weren't careful, you'd completely forget he was off on the wrong tangent.
Oh, yes. Frank can charm the leaves off the trees if he puts his mind to it.
Yes, I know.
But you're not the sort of girl that would fall for charm. I'm sure you set him straight about his answers.
Oh, eventually. He's a born politician, if there is such a thing. I remember when we were plotting out the primary campaign, he took to it like a duck to water.
Oh, I didn't know that you were involved with the campaign that early.
Oh, well, no, I just gave him some free legal advice, that's all.
Oh, free? Oh, of course. When he was little, I always used to have to laugh how he'd get around the sisters. Oh, I don't mean the girls. No. They were on to him. No, I mean the sisters at the parish school, St. Aloysius. There was no end of little favors that he persuaded them to give him, and never told an untruth in the process.
And I'm sure he never doubted he was entitled to favors.
That wasn't always easy around this place. No. There were times when I thought that his brother and his sisters were not going to let him grow up at all. There was never any doubt in Frank's mind who belonged at the top of the line.
He has the most wonderful belief in himself. And he was so still on that bed, not moving at all.
He will. Because in life, there's a natural order to things. And a reason for everything that happens. And with all the promise that Frank has shown, there's got to be a fulfillment of it still to come.
I wish I could believe that. It would be very comforting.
I have to believe it. Frank's life is still ahead of him.
I believe it. I believe that there's a whole wonderful life waiting for him. What happened? Did Frank wake up?
Once you get to know her, she isn't a mean person, really.
Well, she's certainly giving a wonderful imitation.
There must have been some sort of misunderstanding, because I know what a reasonable sort of person your father is, and Aunt Nell is actually very nice.
When I think about that woman coming into this hospital, I can just feel the waves of depression settling over me.
Uh-oh.
Hello, lady. Hello, gentlemen. How about a refresher course in principles of patient care?
Sure.
Now, I am correct in thinking that both of you had a hand in the treatment of Mrs. Rubin.
Right.
Dr. Carter, would you care to provide a diagnosis?
Primary hypertension characterized by nervousness, fatigue, headaches, and elevated blood pressure.
That's very good. Now, I noticed that additional medication has been prescribed.
I continued her on what you ordered, Clem, Reserpine.
That's very good, doctor. Now, what sort of a diet is normally used for hypertensive?
Low sodium.
Now, which one of you ordered a regular hospital diet for Mrs. Rubin?
Good grief.
Never mind, Dr. Carter. I just took care of it.
Honest, Clem, I don't know what happened. I meant to order the low-sodium diet. How could I have done anything so dumb?
I was asking myself the same question. Look, Bucky, give the hospital a break, will you? We got a good reputation here, and with a little cooperation from you, we might be able to... We'll keep it that way.
Yeah, sure.
Think, man, think.
When bigger mistakes are made, Dr. Carter will make them.
It's all right. Clem was very loose about the whole thing.
I knew what I was supposed to do, and then I forgot. I mean, what if I forget when it's serious? I'm gonna kill somebody.
That's why they have residents, to protect the patients from the intern. Anyway, we've only been on duty here, what, 3 weeks? We're all very nervous.
You're not.
When you grow up in a house like mine, you learn not to show it. Daddy has a bad reaction to people with nerves, especially doctors. To him, a doctor is supposed to inspire confidence at all times.
Oh, great. Terrific. Wait till Clem tells him about me.
Oh, come on. Residents don't report every little thing. Besides, Daddy likes you. I know he does. He smiles every time your name's mentioned.
Sure, he probably thinks I'm laughable. But I'll be a good doctor, Faith. You wait and see.
Of course you will.
Things have never come easily to me. I have to keep plugging away. But if I get past the first 3 months, I'll be all right.
I'm sure you will.
I've heard interns can get fired.
Oh, come on, Bucky. Nobody's going to get fired. Look, it's just been a hard day. We've been on duty here 36 hours. All you need is a good night's sleep, a meal away from the hospital cafeteria. You'll feel worlds better tomorrow.
You wouldn't by any chance like to get away from the cafeteria, too. I mean, and have dinner with me.
Well, I was going to have dinner at home tonight.
Listen, if you don't have any definite plans, I have something that might interest you, because you see, I have a sort of houseboat docked on the other side of the Hudson, and I could fix dinner for us there.
You have a houseboat?
I'm not much of a sailor, but then it's not exactly a seagoing vessel for that matter.
Gee, I've never been on a houseboat before.
Well, it's in a marina with an ex-boat about 5 feet away, so there'll always be plenty of people around.
I don't think I'd better. Daddy will be home.
At night, you can see the lights from the George Washington Bridge in one direction and the city in the other.
Does sound tempting.
Please come with me. My intentions are quite honorable. Well, maybe not all that awful.
Okay. I'd love to have dinner on your houseboat, Bucky.
You would?
Hmm?
Hey, terrific. You'll like it. Only it's not going to be what you think it is.
It isn't?
Well, just wait. You'll see.
It's the calm, the breath, the still.
That happens just before.
Intensity, passion.
Story.
It's what goes on when the lights go down.
The SoapNet original series.
General Hospital night shift. Thursdays at 11 p.m.
Only on SoapNet.
I had credit problems.
Everyone turned me down for a computer.
Except Help Me to Buy. They helped me get this amazing computer system with no credit check.
At Help Me to Buy, your past credit problems won't stop you from owning a computer. You only need a home phone and an active checking account to qualify. Call now. Look at all you get. A new high-speed, internet-ready computer, a 17-inch color monitor, Microsoft Windows XP, and a huge package of extra software, 12 months of supercharged internet access, an amazing digital camera, and a 3-in-1 printer, copier, scanner. You also get a cool MP3 player and 100 music downloads. Everything you see here. And with Help Me to Buy's exclusive skip pay, you can even skip a payment if things are tight.
Now, I'm on the internet every day.
Call Help Me to Buy now. Our computer care specialists are standing by to ship your complete system to your home.
Hi, I'm Chuck Norris. The folks at Total Gym have asked me to take 60 seconds to tell you why I use the Total Gym. Well, I use it because it works. Well, that wasn't 60 seconds. This is what's great about the Total Gym. Works on all the muscles. You name it. Chest, arms, tries, buys, shoulders. And at the same time, it's working the gut. And also, you can fluctuate your workout. You can isolate the arms. You can elevate the machine to use whatever percentage of your body weight. I can take it around with me on all my locations. Great workout. Great exercise. Now, for the first time ever, you can try a Total Gym absolutely risk-free for an entire 2 months. You won't even be charged for shipping and handling. But believe me, it won't take 2 months. You'll be hooked on it the first time you try it.
Call 1-800-544-4073. That's 1-800-544-4073.
Now on pay-per-view. Story goes that he'll be normal during the day, but at night, in the presence of evil, the rider takes over.
Let's ride.
Hang on for the ride of your life. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider, now on pay-per-view.
Has Frank come to? Has he said anything? I'm sorry, but there is no change.
Oh. How did you sleep, darling? I heard you cry out once.
It was a very terrible night. I kept seeing Frank. I kept hearing him. Delia, everybody that knows Frank is very upset. We're all very sorry. Thank you. I'm very glad that everybody loves Frank so much. Sometimes I almost wish they didn't.
Dee.
No, I've shared him so long with his pals on the force, at school, and on the campaign. When he was hurt, at least I thought he'd be mine.
Delia, he is yours. And he's going to get better, and he'll be right back with you where he belongs.
It's just what I want. You know, last night I kept reaching for Frank. I really don't sleep very well when he isn't beside me. And I kept on waking up and reaching for him. I guess that's what happens after you've slept next to someone for 6 years. Jill, you've never been married before, have you?
Oh, now, Dee, don't get yourself all upset all over again.
Well, if you've never been married before, I'm not so sure that you could understand what it means to know someone and depend on them the way I depend on Frank. It's my whole life. You know, I'm not so sure I'm anything at all except a part of him. He's a part of me. And we're both a part of little John.
And the three of you will be together again. You'll see.
I'm trying to believe it.
You must. You've got to believe it, Dee, with all your being. And hold it in your heart, because if we all, every one of us thinks that, Frank's going to feel it, as if we're calling him back to us. And that's what he's going to do.
I just wish it never happened.
Yes, love, yes.
When they said, till death do you part? No, I never thought it would be anything like this. I thought we'd be married for 50 years, and we'd have a lot of children and grandchildren. You know, I don't think you would believe how loving and sweet and funny Frank is when he's in the mood. You know, Jill, someday, I just hope that you find someone just like Frank. I really think that every woman should have someone just like him.
Maeve, I think I'd better be getting back to the office.
Oh, yes.
I just thought it was a good time to drop by.
Oh, and I'm certainly glad you did.
It's gonna be all right, isn't it?
We won't think anything else. Wasn't it sweet of her to come by? Did you look in on the baby?
He's sound asleep.
Dee?
Yeah?
You know how long we've been friends with the Coleridge family. Don't you think that maybe we're a little hard on Jill right now?
I was? Was I?
Well, about her not being married and not having a husband of her own. I think maybe you might have hurt her feelings.
When you are as beautiful and as smart as Jill, you can have almost anybody.
Yes, but she hasn't anyone, poor thing.
I'm sorry. You know it wasn't intentional.
No, of course, I know that. It's just that we're all such good friends, and maybe next time when you see her, you just might say something.
I will. I really will.
Ryan's Hope is next, then Dangerous Desires ignite on days. Later, Little Lies lead to Big Trouble on AMC, only on SoapNet.
Have you noticed, sir, the halo that's around my head?
I don't want to be answerable to anybody else on the face of this earth.
It was stupid. Very, very stupid.
Ryan's Hope, next on SoapNet.
6 assistants are about to get their dream jobs in the cutthroat world of fashion.
It's a great opportunity.
I am thrilled to be a part of it.
Watch out what you wish for.
No special treatment.
It's kind of a struggle.
It's really not so glamorous after all. I think I can work it.
There's been drama. Are you kidding me?
It's gonna eat you up and spit you out. They're gonna have to either sink or swim.
You get to see real life what's going on.
I just hope that America loves me.
The business of beauty is about to get ugly. The Fashionista Diaries premieres tomorrow at 9, only on SoapNet. A courtroom battle.
Jason Morgan is a violent criminal.
A betrayed lover holds a secret.
She will bury you on that stand.
Jason's situation is getting worse by the minute.
And a DA out for blood.
Is Jason Morgan the father of your son?
Watch General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC. Weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Every time I go and sleep over somewhere, when I pee in my bed, my friends will start laughing at me.
New Goodnights underpants control odor and build confidence.
It's not going to ruin the rest of my life.
You fell so madly in love.
Rob loves me for who I am. It's really amazing to feel that Harut loves me so unconditionally.
This is eHarmony.com, where thousands of people have found that one special person to accept and love them for who they really are. And right now, you can log on to eHarmony.com and review your matches all for free. Aren't you curious to see who you're compatible with?
We were just so overwhelmed because it was love at first sight.
eHarmony.com.
this burning itch.
Many women think they have a yeast infection when they don't, but these symptoms could mean something more.
How can I know?
Introducing the Vagisil Screening Kit. It tests for vaginal infections at home. Now you can know with the new Vagisil Screening Kit.
Oh, hey, watch your step there. I keep the curtains pulled against the sun when I'm not here.
That's very sensible. Bucky, it's lovely.
Oh, this is wheels for when the weather's bad. And there's another up in the bridge. And the bell, too.
That's fantastic. Well, where can you take it? Can you go out in the river, into the ocean?
It's a good idea to stay away from open waters because it can get too rough. But it can go almost anywhere on the sound of the river. Do you want to go for a ride?
Well, maybe not today, but
Well,
sometime.
anytime you like. I'm really quite a safe pilot.
I bet you are. You're captain, crew, ship's doctor, all rolled into one.
And this is one place no one questions my medicine.
Yeah, it's really very nice.
Aye, the whole thing was a terrific bargain. I came down from Boston as soon as school was out. Found it, did over some of the furnishings, and believe me, when I saw the interns' quarters at the hospital, I was sure glad I'd fixed the place up.
I love it.
I hoped you would. Hey, listen, I'll get going on dinner in a couple of minutes. Would you like a drink first?
Oh, nothing, thanks.
Well, how about some wine? Bottled water? Soft drink? Coffee? Tea?
No, nothing, really.
Imported beer. How about some buckwheat? I have some in the freezer.
Well, you're certainly very well stocked.
Well, you can't run down to the grocery store, you know. And I wanted this place to be completely self-sufficient. Can I give you anything?
Okay, how about, wine and soda?
One spritzer coming up.
Bucky, what did you say your father did?
He's a shoe salesman.
Oh?
Say, I'm glad you're seeing this place now. Well, it's still new. You know, things always look better in the beginning.
So comfortable makes me feel guilty.
Why?
Well, because I'm not sure a person should ever be completely comfortable.
Why is that?
Because physical comfort is so seductive.
That is part of the idea.
No. What I mean is that, thank you, it becomes a way of life. You get used to it, so it's very hard to give it up. It becomes an end in itself.
You are such an interesting person. I'm glad we're friends.
Well, Bucky, we really haven't known each other very long.
Oh, hey, I'm not trying to make out with you. I just would like you to know that you're the most interesting and attractive girl I've ever met.
When you get to know me better, you may revise that opinion downwards.
Why would I do that?
Reasons?
What reasons?
Just reasons.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
That's all right, you weren't.
Well, it's just that I'd like to get to know more about you, and how can I find out if I don't ask questions?
You know, sometimes I think that we're all very private people with private things about ourselves we never share.
Are we?
Well, didn't you ever feel that you're very different from everyone else, and it would be terrible if that difference was exposed? So instead, you just have to try to hide that from everybody and be what people expect you to be.
Well, I guess we all have things we just as soon keep to ourselves.
That's right.
Not necessarily because there's anything wrong with them.
No, but they're private all the same.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, but I can't believe that you're not every bit as nice a person underneath as you are on top.
Well, since you're so sure of that, we don't have to explore it anymore, all right?
If that's the way you want it. But if you ever change your mind, I'd really like...
Stop it. Now, if there are going to be any more questions, let me be the one that does the asking, okay?
Okay, ask me anything.
Anything? Well, what I'd really like to know is why a very nice person like you ever wound up with an aunt like Dr. Bolak.
Seneca.
All right, Nell. Now, what the hell is this all about?